How's it going, everybody? Robin here with Oracle Rising. Thanks for joining me on my YouTube channel today, guys. I really appreciate it. I have a really interesting subject today, and it's about the 3 waves of volunteers. How many people, before we get into the discussion, have heard of Dolores Cannon? If not, and if you guys are on an ascension path, you might really want to start looking up her YouTube videos or purchasing one of her many books, because she's got this amazing insight. And just so you know, that she did pass away in 2014, so she's no longer with us, but she's amassed this amazing catalog of work to help people on their journey. She's really famous for being able to hypnotize people and doing past life regression therapy, and she's just absolutely phenomenal. Really rare in her knowledge. So what she did write a book about here, guys, to bring to your attention, was 3 waves of volunteers writing soul contracts to come and help raise the vibration of the planet. So I do feel like if you have been on my channel, or you're asking questions on my other channel, Aries Fire Tarot, about, star family and soul contracts, and you're feeling lost on your ascension path, then this is going to be something a little bit helpful for you. And because I don't think a lot of people really know about Dolores Cannon until they really start going through a dark night of the soul. So this is why I wanted to bring it to your attention. So according to Dolores, after the atomic bomb went off, there was a call that went out to souls to incart down here on the planet. And the first wave started arriving after World War II. Okay, so you want to think about when that was. Let's say the 1940s, later 1940s. So that is the generation that my parents are from. So I'm not even gonna, oops, I just want to change the angle. Sorry, guys. Now you can read my palm. I would never even say that either one of my parents are light workers, but, just to give you that sort of age range, probably, well, you do the math because I'm horrible at math. So this is probably a very sort of dumbstruck first wave, and the information that I got here is that the first wave of volunteers, they were just really shocked by the amount of violence, because it just doesn't happen in these really beautiful, peaceful societies that exist off of our planet. They may have had difficulties navigating human bodies and felt very awkward, and the wallflower type, they could have been very clumsy. You could even know somebody in your family that is like that, and I'm getting some guidance here, you guys, that they could have appeared to be autistic to some degree. Some of them might have had suicidal tendencies because they just wanted to go back. They were like not remembering a soul contract to come down and help raise the vibration of the planet. I mean, because the atomic bomb was pretty devastating and lots of people lost their lives, and just war in general is just, I can't even wrap my head around it, So they might have had suicidal tendencies to just go back home, not remembering where home was, and to escape Earth. And they just didn't feel at home on Earth. So the range that I've got here is 1940 to 1960, so that first wave. So then the second wave, what I've got here is about 66 years after the first wave. So let's say around, like, starting in the year 2000, let's say. And these type of people are the people that just kind of, they just show up into a room and they brighten up the room. They just have to be there and things change. I know a couple people like that. When they walk in, their energy is so powerful that everyone is drawn to them. They can make people laugh, or they just have that type of energy around where you just feel everything brightens up a degree or two. You know, they're probably very warm people. They don't have to do anything specific. They just have to be. And then they're probably a people magnet, an animal magnet. They may work from home and be loners, be unmarried and childless. And their journey is a little bit easier than the first wavers. So the first wave is kind of like the first battalion, and I'm just getting an image of D-Day because that's my grandfather was on the beach for D-Day, and I've seen photos and stuff like that, and it's like they really had to take the brunt of, you get where I'm going, you know. So that's kind of like what the first wave of these three waves of volunteers went through. They really had to take a lot of energetic hits because they just didn't know what to expect. So then the third wave is called the Hope of the World, and I don't have a date here for this. Like, the information that I pulled was, you know, it was a little bit vague, and I don't read entire books anymore because I had a really bad concussion a long time ago, and it changed the way that I can absorb information. So the mother may have experienced miscarriage due to the level of the energy infused in the fetus. So there's a lot of information about that. So the waves of these volunteers that are coming in to help raise the vibration of the world, the need for the potency of the energy levels of these volunteers has increased because it's like planet Earth is being flushed down the toilet. So they wanted to bring in stronger levels of light workers. So while the mother was carrying the baby, the energy was too much, so the pregnancy would be terminated. So you might know people like that. And then they try again. So there is a technique to sort of lower the energy and then sort of dose it out during the duration of the pregnancy and continue it on after the baby was born. So, and these are probably people like indigos, indigo children, you know, rainbow children. And then you're just typical light workers and light warriors. And these could be also your star seeds, and you might be a star seed. I'm definitely a star seed. I don't feel comfortable in my own skin sometimes, or out with people, large groups of people. They make me feel really uptight, but I have somewhat of a performer in me, so I can make it through things, but trust me, it's very difficult. So this is a really interesting book for you guys to pick up, and also another tip on another guru to follow for a little while, because she's absolutely riveting, and she's so matter of fact, and the things that she's learned from people during hypnosis and past life regression therapy is just phenomenal. So I just really wanted to recommend this to you guys. And you know, if you're feeling awkward or out of place, you know, there's a whole bunch of us that do that. And that's why we need to be joining each other in networking, you know, whether it's following me or joining anybody else that is who you feel comfortable with following, that you really believe in the message, then go for it and start really exploring things, you know. And when you start taking steps towards your ascension journey, the next step is just going to reveal itself. You know, the next video that you should probably watch, or the book that you should read, or the person that you should meet to help further you on your journey, they're just going to appear. You know, when the student is ready, the guide appears, and then, you know, you'll just move on to the next logical step. So I found this incredibly interesting, you guys. So sometimes if you feel like you don't belong, or you know somebody that they feel like they don't want to be here anymore, you signed up for it. Not to a certain extent, you did. Your soul volunteered to help everybody on planet Earth, so we can start transmuting the pain here and move up like we want to do into 4 and 5D and beyond. So guys, Really fascinating subject. I was just really engrossed by this theory, and I believe it's more than just a theory. So definitely check out Dolores Cannon and what she's got to offer. And once again, thanks for being here, you guys. And just, you know, remember to share my videos and subscribe so that I can help get the message out to our fellow light workers and light warriors, because we have a big job to do. And namaste, guys. Okay, take care. Bye for now. Bye.